Moneybagg Yo, thank you so much. Like, for real, for real. I'm going to give you 10,000, even though you don't need it when I see you. For real, for real. Thank you so much for saying it. Niggas need to get a mind of their own. I swear to God, people been playing follow the leader for centuries and decades now, and they following people that's failing in life. They really following people that's failing in life. I swear to God, and I tell people this every day, and it makes me so sick. It makes me sick to my stomach. I swear to God, niggas do not have their own mind. It's always follow the leader. Why not follow somebody that's rich, that's successful, that's prosperous, that's happy? Why is y'all following these niggas that's broke, struggling, don't know what to do or how to do it? Y'all following these women. Y'all following y'all moms, and your moms ain't been shit. Y'all following y'all dads, and your dads ain't shit. Y'all following y'all homeboys, and your homeboys definitely ain't shit. Listen, I tell people this all the time. I'm just using this as an example. I'm not really literally talking about drugs, which it apply. But I'm from the dope world from back in the day. That's all I really know. If your plug got a Honda Civic and he's staying in a small trailer or staying with his mama, the only thing that you will be able to do if you keep copying from him is have a Honda Civic and stay with your mama, have a small trailer. If you cocking dope from a nigga with Ferraris and Lamborghinis, Rolls Royces and mansions, it won't be long before you in Rolls Royces, Lamborghinis, Ferraris and mansions. That's the way life works. If you surround yourself with 5 broke motherfuckers, you the 6th broke motherfucker. If you surround yourself with 5 rich motherfuckers, you the rich motherfuckers. Now, let me give y'all this last example, the reason why y'all need y'all own mind. Because the system, they don't be lying when they say there's rich people. The system is set up for you to fail, for you to act accordingly. It's a way to be a slave without actually having a chain around your neck. And I ain't talking about these type of chains. Use your fucking brain. Not 14-karat gold chains. I'm talking about fucking steel, fucking goddamn shackles and shit. It's just modern day slavery. You understand? Like, okay, I'm going to get to my point. All right, let me get to my point. All right. Let's say that you want a Scat Pack. The Scat Pack costs you $50,000. You want a $300,000 house. That ain't asking for much. We only up to $350,000. Then you want a little truck. You know what I'm saying? Then you want a little business. So let's say all this costs you $500,000, right? Well, a normal job that's making $18, $17 an hour, and that's a lot of hour for most people. Most people only making 12, 10, 11, some even 8. Depending on how desperate you are. But they're telling you, you're only gonna make $30,000 or $28,000, $32,000 this year. Don't mean that's profit. You got to put in gas to get back and forth to work. Or either if you online, you have to pay the light bill and the electric bills. You still have to live and feed your kids, child support, or you got to be the mom, food stamps, anything. So out of that $30,000 that you make, you may have $2,000 of it saved. And then guess what? What they give moms and people with dependents, what, $7,000, $8,000, $10,000 back in January or February during tax time? I mean, that ain't really shit. That ain't no money. So if you add that up, it will literally take you, and don't let this go over your head, you guys, you ladies. It'll literally take you about 40 goddamn years to get that Scat Pack. They're going to have cars flying by the time you get to your destination of $500,000. It don't work like that. How's y'all okay? That's what made me mad. You don't have to be a rapper. You don't have to be a celebrity. You don't have to be an actor or actress. You don't have to be famous to be rich as fuck. But what I don't understand, how's y'all okay with getting a check bi-weekly for $1,000 or getting $2,000 per month when there's people out here doing a show every night for $30,000, $40,000, $200,000, $500,000. It's people out here touching more money in one night than you are touching your whole lifetime if you live to be 70 or 80 years old. Speaking of 70 or 80 years old, I'm finna end this video because I'm at the point that I want to be at now when I tell y'all this. I was working at Lowe's a while back, right? And I was working on night shift because they give an extra $1 if you work on night shift. I'm all about that money. I'm a young guy. I noticed when I got on night shift, you know, when you walk through day shift there and they clocking out, you got all the young people. Then on night shift, it was like 15 of us. But I swear to God, 12 out of the 15 of us was old. They was in their 60s, 70s. They was old as fuck. So we all had to take our break together because we had to take our break together. We had no other choice because the store closed down. If you go in different type of rooms or different areas, alarms will get set off. So we got to take the break at the same time. So you got no other choice but to be in the same place at the same time. Long story short, I was hearing 70-year-olds, 60-year-olds. And listen, I want y'all to really pay attention. Really listen. Really, really listen. Listen, 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 listen. Listen to me. Listen to me. Please listen. I was literally hearing 70-year-olds, 80-year-olds, 60-year-olds saying things that was correct. But they was lost too. They were just a different loss. There was like so many people get on night shift that young and quit because they must be staying with their mom and daddy ain't got no bills or something, which is true probably. Oh man, so many people come in and out of Lowe's. They talked about this every day, all day. And then they would talk about how they behind on this, behind on that. Insurance ain't covering this. They medical bill so high. They light bill high. Somebody was trying to get a car, trying to fix their credit. Man, if you're trying to fix your credit at 75 years old, you done failed that life. So I swear to God, I walked in one day and it was a lady named Tracy. And I think she like 72 years old. And I respect my elders. But I had told the whole room, understand there's 15 of us in there. There's only 3 of us that's young. So they had to be talking to one out of the 3 of us. So she walked in there and was like, oh man, these young people on night shift. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. She was like, that's why people can't prosper. They can't make no money. They can't get ahead in life because all the young people really just don't want to work. Every time I look, they just standing or they sitting or they avoiding work. They just riding the clock. They want fast, big lump sum of money. They want quick money. People don't want to work for this money no more. I stood up like it was a goddamn seminar. I said, excuse me, hold up, wait a minute. Excuse me, Miss Tracy. I said, excuse me. I said, excuse me. I said, everybody see things different. And no disrespect, Miss Tracy. You asked me to pull up my pants the other day. I asked you, did you buy them? You thought that was disrespectful. So I promise you, I'm coming with all due respect. If you in your late 60s, your 70s, and your 80s, and you still got to clock in and clock out, and it's not your own business, and you're working for somebody else for less than $20 an hour, then you a fucking failure. If you still got car payments, and I'm sorry now, because I try to tell people this shit. I used to have, see, sometimes I get myself in trouble on here. So I'm going to try to decode it for y'all can understand what I'm saying. I used to talk to a female, right? And her daddy is old, very old. And she always used to try to compare me to her pops. You know, I always used to try to compare me to her pops. And I was 20-something at the time, my early 20s. Her daddy probably was in his late 70s. And she would say things like, oh, you got 2 cars. My daddy got 3. Oh, you got a house. My daddy got 2, 3 houses. You know, I saw her daddy car, little $2,000 car, another car, look like he paying payments on. The houses, ran down houses, look like a piece of shit. And I said, damn. She comparing a 22-year-old, I would say, to a 79-year-old. He done lived my life 3 times. And this all he got out of this? If I relive my life 3 times, that means if I had 2 cars then, I would have had 6 cars by the time I was 70-something. That means if I had 2 houses then, I would have 6 houses at 70-something. That means if I had 50 bands at 21 or 22, however old I was, I'm not accurate. And her pops was 79, 78, 77. I don't know, fuck the numbers. And he had 50 racks. That means when I get his age, if you times 50,000 by 3, I'm going to have close to $250,000. And to me, that's still a failure. So my whole point, like you seen at the beginning of the video, like I posted in the middle of the video, what you got to understand is you got to quit following people just because that's what society think is right. You have to follow your own heart. Do what's best for you. Think with your own mind. If it don't add up, one more story, you guys. Can I please give y'all one more story? Please. When I was out here in the dope game, I caught charges in 2009, got my door kicked. You know, I went to prison, all that shit. Shit was disgusting. I still got out, was hustling. Never got in no more trouble. I just got smart. One day I was hustling. And I was just adding up how much time I would get as a felon if I got caught with this firearm and with this dope and all this cash. And what the fuck would I do? What would my kids do? What's going on? So I sat back and done the math. And what made me do the math, one of my homeboys called me. He was like, hey, one of our homies, he just showed me $70,000. He's almost at 100 bands. I ain't never seen that much money. And I was like, My uncle is an engineer. My other uncle is a supervisor, and they make like $105,000 per year. They make over $100,000 every year. That's 365 days. They make over $100,000. My homeboy been hustling for 20 years, and he have $100,000. So where is my phone at? If I could show y'all how I did the math. Let me show y'all. I got several phones. Excuse me. Let me show y'all something. My son got this phone all cracked up and beat the fuck up. But hold on. I hope y'all got a couple of seconds. Damn, it say phone is starting and all that shit. I'm trying to show y'all something. I don't even like editing my videos. Fuck editing. All right. So 100,000. 100,000. Y'all see that say 100,000, right? I told you my phone fucked up. My son just put all type of shit on it and just cracked it today. But I'm on the good phone. He can't touch this iPhone. But anyway, divide that by 20 years he been hustling. So that means he only been making $5,000 per year. $5,000 per year. Now let's see what your average American make per year working a job. What does your average American make per year working a job?
According to Indeed, while there are significant variations in pay relative to job type, education level, and social and economic factors, the average weekly earnings for a person working in the U.S. is $1,037. If a person works 52 weeks in the year, then this represents a national annual salary of $53,924.
Okay, So they say a natural American probably make $53,000 a year. And let's go back to the damn calculator. $53,000. That's $53,000, right? Y'all see it, right? Minus 5,000. Y'all see it, right? A person that's working a regular job make $48,000 more per year than this man. Now, if he was working this job, remember 53,000, right? Remember 53,000. If he was working this job for 20 years, let's do 53,000. Instead of dividing it by 20, let's times it by 20. Let's times it by $20. So many people sending me messages. Y'all got to excuse me. He's supposed to be up $1,060,000. Now, let's subtract $100,000 for $1,060,000. Let's subtract. And he only had 70,000. I'm giving him an extra 30,000. So let's subtract 100,000. That's 100,000. He $960,000 in the hole. $960,000 in the hole. So let's say if he got 30,000 worth of shit in assets, meaning he got that in houses and cars and guns and things like that, right? Right? Let's say that he got another 20,000 into property, dope, and all that, right? That's 50,000, right? He done read up, right? So you subtract, times that by 0. Times it by 0. Times that by 0. Divide it by 0. Or just put a 0. That's how much you will have left when the feds come get your ass. That's how much you will have left when the authorities come get your ass. That's how much you will have left. And that working person will have $1,060,000 in their bank account. So I done the math. I said, you got people on OnlyFans making $20 million per month, Black China. You got people making $1 million every time they touch the stage. Jay-Z, Drake, Beyonce, etc., etc. And I'm sitting here working just like my mama, my daddy, my grandma, my uncle, my sister, my brother, a lot of family members that done passed away, broke. I'm following them. I'm using their mind and get them far. So I hate to say it, but I love to say it. If you in your late 60s and your late 70s or early 70s or 80s, if you above the age of 60 and you still struggling, then you failed in life. So stop giving advice to these young kids and let these young kids run that bag up the right way. The people that you're saying on their phone too much and they on YouTube too much, on TikTok too much, making millions of dollars when you ain't touched $1 million in your whole goddamn life. Stop playing. If you over the age of 60 years old and you still got financial problems and you don't got financial freedom, stop giving people this broke ass, failure, broke system ass advice. Shit. And I'm talking like that come on this black bottle.